for those of you that just tuning in, I'm going to go into the bracket. So can I see the bracket real quick? So we're casting Infinity 7 versus Light right now. Right now the score is 3-2 in favor of Light. They just need one more win and they can move on to face against Rock's Kiss. And then we have Quantic that won over Complexity. And they're going to be going up against It's Gosu that won from that particular clan war. So it's Quantic versus It's Gosu. We're going to cast that after we cast Rock's Kiss versus possibly Light, possibly Infinity 7 right now. Favor's going to Light. So hopefully that goes through pretty soon. We'll see though. It looks like the game has been made. So we're all in, I think. Cat, you in?
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy. Oh, crazy moving in the house.
Easy.
Easy.
All right, crazy moving. We do know he is code. Is he code A right now?
He was last season. I'm not sure if he still is.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually been following crazy moving in particular, but I know he was in code A last season. He did okay. It's respectable.
It's pretty crazy.
He is pretty crazy. He has good moves. I like his moves, man. I like some moves.
Yep. Pretty crazy and has good moves.
And get into the game, man.
Yep. He's pretty aggressive too, and you know he's a really aggressive player, but he can keep up with that aggression. He can reinforce. He can be aggressive while macroing behind it, and that makes him a really scary player.
For sure, for sure. And Kawaii Rice, of course, probably of the most standard Terrans you can possibly find. He has like an aggressive feel to him with his drops for sure. But overall, just a very standard, I play it's a 2-base, 3-base type of play. And then I actually have options after that. But for the beginning, we see him just doing some variation of fast expansion, and that's it. So I'm most likely expecting that.
Absolutely.
So in the top left-hand position, we have Tenemos
Crazy moving
from Infinity 7. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have...
Nice.
It's messed up, bro.
Why?
From Team Right.
Nice.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Kawaii Lice versus Crazy moving.
Anyway, TVZ, and it is Kawaii Rice's like specialty, but Crazy Moving, of course, is the ace trap card of Team Infinity 7, in my opinion. He's like, by far, touted as one of the best players.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely his ace. He would probably be the ace at any other team, or many other teams. He's pretty ridiculous. So. If anyone can take him, it's Kawaii Rice, though.
Agree. Agree. And we're going to see fast expansions of both these players. Interesting. I'm wondering what Kawaii Rice actually does. It looks like he's not going for the refinery, instead going for a gasless fast expansion. So we're going to be seeing that yet again. Kawaii Rice always macro-oriented, as we were saying before. But what do you think about this map in particular, One Must Fall, for TVZ?
I don't know. I've never actually played TVZ on this map, but
Theorycraft, go.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of paths, which is usually good for Zerg, but it also looks like there's a lot of chokes, which is usually good for Terran. And so, I don't know. I think standard Tank Marine would be pretty strong on this map.
Yep, I think so.
Marine tank. As opposed to going bio, it's not that long of a map, and yeah, the third is pretty easy to take for the Zerg though, and those chokes don't make it particularly easy for Hellions. So yeah, I wouldn't mind Kawaii Rice opening just like he did against J-Echo, like the exact same opener with really delayed Hellions, and even skipping Hellions wouldn't be too bad.
Here you go, a little bit of action in this early game stage. It looks like one SEV. Going to go down. More drones are being rallied all the way over. The bunker gets canceled. And first blood is going to go to Crazy Movin'. Extra 200 gold for that if you didn't know.
Yep. And I like the pressure by Kawaii Rice though. Crazy Moving, too smart to make any more than 4 links though. He knew there was no 2 racks coming or anything like that. Kawaii Rice, a nice touch to bring 2 SCVs and not just 1. It can be confusing for Cirque players, but again, Crazy Moving a little bit too smart for that. Didn't bite, and Kawaii Rice actually taking double gas, Andre. So this is not going to be the same build we saw before.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. What do you think this is going to be shaping up to be? Do you think it's going to be some sort of Hellion build? I mean, yes, you did say that Hellions aren't that great for this particular choke. You can see it's very narrow. You can put basically 1 spine crawler. It will zone out quite a bit, but if you put 2, it definitely zones everything out. You have Zerglings behind there. It takes up a lot of position. Maybe add an evolution chamber, stuff like that. But in terms of getting your 3rd, that might be pretty difficult. So do you think we're going to see something like Blue Flame Hellions?
I wouldn't mind that, but actually I would. No, I wouldn't like to see Blue Flame Hellions. I think something like a Banshee would be really nice.
Banshee?
Yeah.
And why do you say that?
Just because he's already getting a factory. I mean, he's more than likely to just transfer it over to the reactor, but I'm really hoping... too late.
So it's just Red Flame Hellion.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a few Red Flame Hellions, and it's not the worst thing ever. I mean, he's just used it to the Night Creep and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then transition into a bio heavier composition, but yeah.
Well, I think any Terran build, what you have to start out with is thinking about either Marine push, Marine Marauder push, or a Hellion push just to deny creep. I think that's like one of the most essential things. I do feel like, although Hellions come quicker and they have the ability to take out Zerglings a lot faster, I think they're weak against like things like roaches, obviously, and it's not a guarantee that you will take out the creep tumors, where it's like the Marines and the Marauders, you're basically going to take them out. You just have to watch out for like the counter of masslings surrounding all your army.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Kawaii Rice actually stopped mining one of his gases, which is kind of curious. So he might not be trying to transition into siege tanks too fast here. I'm not sure if I love that, but look at that! Look at that map awareness, brother.
Very nice.
That over like no one else. And yeah, I mean, he doesn't really have the Hellions to start denying creep, and Crazy Moving's going crazy.
Yep, Baneling Nest going up. 3rd hasn't yet started, but he has amazing creep spread at this point, so looking good. 4 Hellions out in the field, and he is going to start to try to take map control. What does he do, though, about this creep spread? That's the big question for me, because this creep spread is just getting out of hand at only 8.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised to not see Macro Hatch or 3rd yet by Crazy Moving. He's floating a lot of minerals and gas.
Oh wow.
There's Spire going up now, so no problems with that. But yeah, he really needs either a 3rd or a Macro Hatch yesterday. I mean, he's just gotta continue to float minerals onto the hatcheries.
For sure.
And
he's at total saturation too. That's something important to notice. He doesn't have any capabilities of making the drones have them be too efficient. Yep, 3rd goes down.
Yeah, and there's a 3rd, and like, if you think about it, he's always been at like 400 or 500 minerals. Like dropping that 3rd dropped him back to 100 minerals, but when he's been on the same number of floating minerals for a while, he hasn't really. That 3rd could be up right now. He would have more larvae, and nothing else would change at all.
Correct.
So that was just a late 3rd, and that's a little bit of a mistake by Crazy Moving.
6 Hellions are going to scout it out. Of course, Crazy Move doesn't have the capability to actually taking those Hellions out currently, but he might. It looks like Zerglings are going to swing in from the back. Just going to wait for additional Zerglings actually to just clamp these together. Oh, and Kawaii Rice, 6 Star Sense. He's going to push out and not let that happen.
Yep, absolutely. And
meantime, we have go ahead.
Kawaii is actually ahead in supply, and he's about to take a 3rd. So I don't mind his position at all. I would have liked to see maybe a planetary fortress at his 3rd, just because there's so many paths attack paths there, but since it's not a planetary fortress, I would like to see him wall off the further away ramp with maybe a couple barracks or something like that, or at least drop a bunker there.
Yeah, I think we should expect to see that. I mean, it's so risky to put a Orbital Command Center out there. Ooh, nice burrow. Forces a scan out.
Yeah, very nice. And yeah, I mean, Crazy moving barely 4 drones ahead. He just took his third. He's not mining of it. He just started one of the gases. There's no macro hatches whatsoever. I don't really like his position right now. I'm not sure what he's doing. Like, his creep spread is fantastic, but other than that, I'm not sure. Not sure what his game plan is here. He's just floating a lot of minerals throughout the game, and that's due to the fact that his third / macro hatch was so late.
Yep. Just the proportion of getting your gas obviously is so much faster, and there's nothing really else to get but Zerglings, but you don't have the larva to do so. So tough situation, but Kawaii Rice is going to take his third in the bottom left-hand corner and just turtle up right now. I don't know if I'm a big fan of turtling on this map. I did like the aggression that he was doing earlier. I understand that he was just trying to bait as many units as possible, but Crazy Movement was at pretty high saturation. Looks like the mutas are getting in here. Oh my god, if they pick up this army, that would be huge.
Yep. There's something I want to say here, like, because in chat people are like, oh, CatZ is criticizing Crazy Movement. Maybe he should give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe then they know what they're doing. I don't care if it's Crazy Movement or if it's Nesty. If it's something obvious that I know it's obvious,
for sure.
Like any Grandmaster Zerg even should be able to tell you the exact same thing. And if Crazy Movement watches this replay, he will tell you the exact same thing, except he will say it in Korean. So, like, you know, like, there's if you don't know the game that well, I'm just trying to make it so that you understand if he falls behind, why he's falling behind, so you can follow the game through it. So his third / macro hatch were late. Why? Because he was floating minerals before and after them. So he could have had them earlier and the outcome would have been the same, except he would have had more larvae to spend those minerals. Therefore, a mistake that I'm sure Crazy Moving would also agree with.
I agree. T2 about to finish right here. Ooh, sea tanks are actually getting picked off. This is in a good position. A second sea tank actually goes down, and the mutas will not chase any longer. But they're in kind of a bad position. Oh my god, they're getting under heavy fire. And they're just being surrounded everywhere. This is a risky position for him to be in. Oh my god, every single muta under attack. And there's another round where these mutas are still trapped. Oh my god. This is not good, man. Crazy movement. This is a big mistake.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge misstep. You don't want to overcommit with those mutas, but it might be partially the map. You know, when you don't know a map that well and you don't know the escape routes, it's easy for this to happen. Look at those mutas; they're going crazy. God. That's why they call him Crazy Moving.
Well said.
But yeah, those mutas are pretty dead if Kawaii Rice continues to pay attention there.
Yeah, he needs to get one Viking, I think. If he gets one Viking, they're all dead.
Or just a few turrets and move out with his Marines. I mean, the one thing that Crazy Moving is doing behind us is just expanding everywhere, and Kawaii Rice is contained to 3 base. Kawaii Rice is actually maxed right now, and if he just moves out, he could do a ton of damage.
Agree. Looks like you are right, and the turrets are coming up, so I'm expecting a push out from Kawaii Rice in a little bit. It looks like a little bit of aggression on the left-hand side. Really nice job of taking out all these creep tumors on his side of the map. I love that. Just small pockets of Marines being ever so annoying.
Yep. And yeah, this is definitely looking good for Kawaii. I hope he doesn't fall into the same trap. Crazy Movement may not be as forgiving as J Echo. He needs to start throwing down a lot of production facilities. It seems like he gets a little bit too comfortable here when he gets maxed out. He's not gonna have a way to spend that money if the attack goes wrong. So he really needs probably a 4th and to drop a bunch of production facilities, or hope that the attack just doesn't go wrong. And there's good chances for that as well.
Again, a small pocket of Marines going to that top left-hand side base. Hopefully to deny that base, of course. And he's just going to continue his slow push, making sure that he's absolutely safe not being caught out of position. And it looks like just Banelings and Festers are on the field. Is Hive Tech done yet? I don't want to check it, I don't want to go over because I don't want to miss any of this action. But do you know if Hive Tech is finished?
I can check for you. Yeah, it is, but nothing Hive Techy on the way.
Yeah.
No, it's really like when the composition is. Oh my God, he doesn't have Baneling speed. He just started, and he just realized it. So he's gonna have to just lose this base.
Counterattack though.
This comes down to
at the third base. All the SCs are being ravaged.
God. And there's a bunker that we were talking about, but it's not loaded. And that's why I would have loved to seen a wall there. You see, because it's. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy Moving really abusing his excellent mechanics here a little bit. Just attacking at two fronts and whatnot, and Quaira is getting in a lot of trouble now. And he really needs to add those production facilities. He is taking that fourth. But losing the third, I mean, it's the same as nothing. Really nice siege line by Quaira. He doesn't have too many Marines though. The mutable, despite losing that many mutas at the bottom, has grown pretty big.
Could be really bad. Oh no, big Baneling.
He needs to scan there.
Yes, he does.
He's getting scally.
Oh wow, not good for Crazy Moving.
Yeah, that was crazy luck by Quaira there.
Pulling back at the perfect time. Still no. Well, centrifugal hooks finally about to finish. There'll be a lot more advantageous for Crazy Moving when he actually does these pushes. Zerkin's coming from the left-hand side, but the Baneling's actually coming forward. Is he going to be able to connect? It looks like he is able to get a lot of Marines. All of these units will be forfeit, but oh my God, a lot of Marines behind this. And look at that. Able to back Crazy Moving up so fast. There is one Infestor with energy over there. He needs to be careful not to be picked up.
Yeah, he needs to sacrifice 5 Marines and he's not that hatchery before it regains any health. It's still mining gas, and that's pretty important. And there's still a ton of drones there. So if he does go back to mining there, it could be dangerous for Quaira. There's oh crap, Quaira is completely oversaturated as natural as well. He really needed that third. The fourth only has 5 mineral patches.
Well, Broodlords are on the way out right now. 3 under production. He did go for that greater Spire Tech, and he's upgrading 3-3. Meanwhile, Quaira does already have his 3-3 upgrades. These Broodlords, actually, they don't have a lot to work with. There's not a lot of Infestors over here, so they're going to be picked off really fast. Nice fungal growth actually going off by this one Infestor over here. Will it be enough? Yes, it will. Looks like all the Marines, though, will be forfeit in exchange. The siege tanks are just hanging over here, but there's additional reinforcements on the way. These mutas will not be able to do nearly as much damage as they want to.
Yep, and you know, Quaira is still ahead in supply. Crazy Moving is going to be able to catch back up and overrun him pretty soon here. And I love the spine crawlers that Crazy Moving has at his, well, now 4th. That is so smart. Now he needs an overlord to scout to spot up that ramp, but that is so good. He keeps his army at one side of the map, therefore he needs spine and static defense at the other side.
Now right now Quaira is actually expanding over to this 4th over here on the right hand side. I don't actually agree with this. I think he should start switching up his direction of the push. Just because that top right-hand base has been mining much longer than the other bases. If he starts to take these expansions, he could focus his army on the left-hand side and then push towards this hatchery. I think it would have been much more profitable for him to do that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that in the aggressive sense of things, but also I think he's just trying to defend his 3rd or his 4th, So yeah, I think that might be what he's considering here when he's taking that base as opposed to his natural 3rd, which could be retaken. I mean, it hasn't been mined that much.
Oh no! Big fungal growth on top
really
of the
nice
Vikings,
fungal.
and the mutas are going to follow up. Is it going to be enough? No, it is not. 3 Vikings live from the initial 6. There's a big drop in the top left-hand corner, though. Oh my God, the 4th hatchery is going to go down. There's no units over here. Zerglings are going to come in here. And will it be enough?
Huge.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks that way. No, it won't. Yes, it will.
No, yes, it will go down with 1 Marine. Oh my God. What a big pick from Quaira. So sick, man.
That is huge, because it means that Crazy Moving is mining, 1 base with like 28 drones plus 3 on each gas, and then just barely getting his natural 4th up, you could call it, and again, that only has 5 mineral patches.
Yeah.
So all of his income, or most of his income, was coming, or was about to come from that base.
Well, this is the scary part right now. There's a lot of Marine siege tanks, but Muda's going to push forward.
There's Kawhi could move forward here, and he has to go.
There are no infestors. Oh my god, there are no infestors. These Marines are just going to take him out so fast. Kawhi Rice is going to win the game. GG! Holy crap! Crazy Movin's going to be eliminated. That means Team Light will advance to the round of 4, playing against Roxkiss. Absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe that happened. I mean, Crazy Movin was on 5 base at one point to Kawhi Rice's only 3, and then they exchanged. Kawhi Rice lost his 3rd base, only on 2 base for, you know, a good minute or so. But still, that was such a scary position for Kawhi Rice.
Yeah, if we look at the resources, even Crazy Movin mined 10,000 more, 11,000 more minerals than Kawhi Rice did. So, yeah, really efficient trades for Kawhi Rice, and a few missteps by Crazy Movin by not having infestors in that last fight, for instance. That could have completely cleared off all the Marines, and he had enough Corruptors to take care of the Vikings. Then the 4th would have probably died, and it could have been a completely different game, so just 2 fumbles away.
That is just so insane. I mean, the top left-hand side with the hatchery snipe was clutch, too. If he didn't get that, I think Crazy Movin wouldn't have pushed right there. There was no reason to push, but because he actually lost that, it's like, crap, I have to do something. I can't just wait to take my hatchery, or else my opponent's going to get the perfect composition for my Broodlords, which turns out he already did. No infestors out in the field. You can't punish Viking Marine as well. He
really kind of cracked under the pressure there. That was not the best snap call. I mean, I can't think of many ways that 5 Broodlords and, you know, a bunch of Corruptors are going to kill a Terran army.
Definitely. I mean, he needs more Zerglings in that army composition. More importantly, he needs infestors to back that up. He didn't have that. It's unfortunate. But congratulations, Team Light. As I said, they will be advancing to the round of 4. That means they are just 1 step away from taking it and going to the NASTL. We're gonna go into Team Light against Roxkiss right after this break. Everyone, don't go away. More action. 2 more clan wars coming your way. We'll catch you then.